Hi, my name is Christopher Anderson. I'm the marketing manager of NordicNeuroLab, and today we're going to have a conversation with Tina Pavlin, the CTO of Nordic Imaging Lab. We're going to discuss why Nordic Imaging Lab was created and how this will affect you as an existing customer or a future customer. Good morning, Tina.
Good morning, Christopher.
So first, I want to talk about what is Nordic Imaging Lab.
So Nordic Imaging Lab is a sister company of NordicNeuroLab, was established at the beginning of this year. And what's important for customers to know is that the distinction between the two is that Nordic Imaging Lab is going to focus on the development and sale of solutions for post-processing of MR data, while NordicNeuroLab is going to continue to focus on solutions for acquisition of functional MR data, including hardware for fMRI and stimuli presentation software.
So, for the customers who are listening into this, how will this affect them?
We hope that it will have a very positive effect. Establishing software as a service company means that we can innovate faster, which means that customers should expect many more software releases per year. But in the short term, the customers will not see big changes. They will still be interacting with the same regional sales managers as before, same application scientists, and also the product solution team from Nordic NeuroLab.
So for now, we're still the same team, but since there are two separate companies, Nordic Imaging Lab has created its own vision and roadmap. Could you tell us more about both the vision and the roadmap?
We know that one of the main challenges in radiology today is the big gap between demand for the analysis of imaging data and the supply of consultant radiologists that are able to read the data and set diagnosis. And to meet this challenge, to bridge this gap, there is a really huge need for tools that are efficient, easy to learn and use, fast, and very well integrated into clinical workflow. However, efficient tools are really useless if they do not give correct diagnosis. So NIL's vision is to accelerate the development of image analysis tools that can provide precise, accurate, and timely diagnosis with minimal clinical resources. So that means that more concretely, that now we are focusing on introducing our new software platform, Nordic Medieva, to the clinical market. We will have an FDA version of Nordic Medieva platform and the Perfusion DSC module available for the clinical US market by September this year. At the same time, we are also developing other modules such as Bolt, DCE perfusion, and diffusion tractography.
Now, I want to learn more about Nordic Medieva. Could you tell us a bit more about how Nordic Medieva differs from other products like Nordic Brainix and Nordic Ice?
Yes, unlike Nordic Ice and Nordic Brainix, Nordic Medieva is a thin client platform, and it is, of course, 64-bit application. It can be installed either on the cloud, on the hospital server, or individual PC. And simply explained, Nordic Medieva receives DICOM data from MR scanner. It then initiates analysis according to predefined analysis routes, and then the results are exported to the third-party viewer, such as PACS system, or to the NIL web-based viewer that we are currently developing. What I would like to emphasize is that the concept of a route is really central to Nordic Medieva architecture and functionality. The routes will allow standardization and automation, which is really essential for a clinical user. This will improve the throughput of data, efficiency of analysis, as well as diagnostic precision. At the same time, the routes can be very modular, so they are very meant for a more expert user or a clinical researcher that would really like to have control of the analysis settings and does not like a concept of a black box. If you would like to learn more about Nordic Medieva, I encourage you to tune in for the second interview in this series, during which I will be talking to our software engineers about Nordic Medieva. They will demonstrate its functionality and architecture.
More and more people are getting interested in Nordic Medieva, but there are customers who are wondering what will happen with our other products like Nordic BrainX and Nordic Ice.
Yes, that's a good question. So Nordic Ice and Nordic BrainX will eventually be replaced by Nordic Medieva and its associated modules. We are very proud of the success and reputation that Nordic Ice has achieved over the years, especially in the research community and for the analysis of perfusion data. However, it's time to move to more modern, flexible tools that will also allow the clinical researcher to implement their own tools, homemade algorithms for image analysis that are, for example, based on languages like C++ and Python, and integrate them into a clinical platform where the tools can be validated and tested. If you would like to learn more about the future of Nordic Ice and Nordic BrainX, I'll encourage you to tune in for the third interview in this series where I will talk about this topic.
Thank you so much, Tina, for taking the time to explain this to us. And we really look forward to learning more about Nordic Medieva and speaking to the developers. So thank you so much.
Thanks. Thanks to you, Christopher. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.